Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Ram. Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Ram. Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram 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 Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Jai
Krishna
Shri
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Ram
Prabhu
Ram.
Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So today is the 13th of March. It is Wednesday. It is Govinda Masa, Phalguna Masa, Sukla Paksham, and the Chavati Tithi. So there is one Vaishnava Wednesday. So today is the appearance day of Sri Purushottama Das Thakura. So there are few lines from the special Vaishnava days. So we shall read from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, from birth, Purushottama Dasa was immersed in the service of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and he always engaged in childish play with Lord Krishna. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura writes in his Anubhashya, Sadasiva Kaviraja and Nagara Purushottama, who were father and son, are described in the Chaitanya Bhagavata as Mahabhagyavan, greatly fortunate. They belong to the Vaidya caste of physicians. Text 156 of the Gaurav Ganesh Deepika says that Chandravali, a most beloved gopi of Krishna's, later took birth as Sadasiva Kaviraja. In texts 194 and 200, it is said that Kamsarisena, the father of Sadasiva Kaviraja, was formerly the gopi named Ratnavali in Krishna's pastimes. All the family members of Sadasiva Kaviraja were great devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purushottama Das Thakura sometimes lived at Sukasagara near the Chakadaha and Simurali railway stations. All the deities installed by Purushottama Das Thakura were formerly situated in Belidanga Grama. But when the temple was destroyed, the deities were brought to Sukasagara. When the temple merged into the bed of the Ganges, the deities were brought with Jahnava Mata's deity to Sehbadanga Berigrama. Since that place has also been destroyed, all the deities are now situated in the village named Chandude Grama, which is situated 1 mile up from Palapada as referred to above. And Purushottam Dasa was Stoka Krishna, the covered boy in Krishna Leela. Purushottama Dasa was the son of Sadasiva Kaviraja, a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And from the time he was a small boy, Purushottama Das Thakura was dedicated to constantly meditating on the lotus feet of Shri Nityananda Prabhu. The 23rd and 24th prominent devotees of Nityananda Prabhu were Sadashiva Kaviraja and his son Purushottama Dasa, who was the 10th Gopala. And Shri Kanu Thakura, a very respectable gentleman, was the son of Purushottama Das Thakura. He was such a great devotee of that Lord Krishna, always lived in his body. External consciousness was never present in Purushottama Dasa's body. In his heart, Lord Nityananda always enjoyed pastimes. Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami writes, Sadasiva Kaviraja and Nagara Purushottama, who were father and son, are described in the Chaitanya Bhagavata as Mahabhagyavan, greatly fortunate. So, Shri Purushottama Das Thakur had three main disciples, Shri Madhavacharya, Shri Yadavacharya, and Devaki Nandana Dasa, who were born in the Kulina Brahmana families. Madhavacharya married Nityananda Prabhu's daughter, Ganga Devi, and Devaki Nanda was the author of the book Vaishnava Vandani. Purushottama Das Thakura's Shripad was previously at Sukasagara. When Sukasagara sank into the Ganges, Kanu Thakura carried the deity of Pranavallabha and brought his father to Bodhakana. The deity was served at Bodhakana till 1950 AD, when political upheaval in Pakistan resulted in the shifting of the deity to Jadavpur Gospada in the district of 24 Parganas at the house of Gaurahari Goswami, a descendant of Kanatakura. Purushottama Das Thakura's wife's name was Jahnava. She passed away just after bearing Purushottama Das Thakura's son Kanu. Hearing this news, Nityananda Prabhu went to the house of Purushottama Das Thakura and took his son Kanu with him to his own village of uh, Kandaha. That is from the Vaishnavians' perspective. So, appearance of Purushottama Das Thakura. We shall move into the Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami, so far he has completed first chapter of second canto. That is the first step in the realization of the Supreme. And so he explained how one has to meditate on the Virat Rupa form of the Lord in the material world for a materialistic person. So sa sarvadehi vritti anubhuta sarva atma yata swapna jan ikshita ekaha tam satyam anandanitim bhajeta nanyatra sajjed yata atma pataha. So one has to sarvadehi by his complete intelligence, vritti anubhuta sarvaha, and engaging in all his activities. So likewise, he has to see the and meditate, nothing else. Nanyatra sajjyata atmapataha. Otherwise, if he doesn't concentrate on this Virat form, he will fall into atmapataha, fall down. And the Lord is Satyam Anandanitim. He is the bliss, treasure of all the bliss and happiness. Bhajeta, one has to worship like that. And further, Sukadeva Goswami is now starting in the second chapter of second canto. The chapter name is The Lord in the Heart. It is a very beautiful chapter, The Lord in the Heart. So there are few verses that they are going to come into this verse, which we can remember, and also about the Lord. His beauty is going to be described later on. So here today, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, previously, even Lord Brahma also meditated upon the Virat Rupa form. By doing that, he has regained his consciousness to once again to create the universe, recreate the universe. So likewise, he is saying about to meditate upon. So stressing the point to meditate on the Virat Rupa form. We are in the second canto, second chapter, verse number 1. Shri Sukavacham Evam Pura Dharanaya Atmayonihi Nastam Smritim Pratyavrudyatusta Tata Sasajjedam Amoga Drushtihi Yata Apyayat Pravyavasaya Buddhihi Evam Pura Dharanaya. So in the similar way, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, just in the same way, prior to the manifestation of the cosmos, and Dharanaya by such a conception on the meditation on the Virat Rupa form. Evam Pura Dharanaya Atmayonihi. Atmayonihi is the Brahma. He is called Atmayoni, who has emanated from the lotus, which is coming from Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu's navel. So he is Atmayoni. Evam Pura Dharanaya Atmayonihi. Nastam Smritim Pratyavarujya Tustat. Nastam Smritihi, and he has lost his remembrance, Nastam Smritihi. And then what he did, Pratyavrujya to start, and by regaining the consciousness because of appeasing the Lord. Pratyavrujya to start, he regained the consciousness by appeasing the Lord, by meditating on the Virat Rupa form. Tata Sarjedham Amoga Drishtihi. So Tata, so thereafter, Sasajja Idam, and he created Idam, this material world, Amoga Drishtihi, one who has attained the clear vision, Amoga Drishtihi. Yata Apyayat, and then he created Yata Apyayat Prag, just as it was before. Yata Apyayat Prag, Vyavasaya Buddhihi. Vyavasaya Buddhihi is the ascertained intelligence, the proper intelligence which doesn't have any loopholes, proper intelligence. Prag Vyavasaya Buddhihi. So the meditating on the Virat Rupa form, Brahma has regained his consciousness and he appeased the Lord and he created this material world as it was before by his proper intelligence. Likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, एवं पुरा धरणय आत्मयोनिः नष्टां स्मृतिं प्रत्यवरुध्य तुष्टात् तथा ससज्जेदम् अमोघदृष्टिः यथा अप्ययात् प्राग् व्यवसाय बुद्धिः. So translation for this verse. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, formerly, prior to the manifestation of the cosmos, Lord Brahma, by meditating on the Virat Rupa, regained his lost consciousness by appeasing the Lord. Thus, he was able to rebuild the recreation as it was before. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Usha Mataji to read this purport?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. The example cited here in of Sri Brahmaji is one of forgetfulness. Brahmaji is the incarnation of one of the mundane attributes of the Lord. Being the incarnation of the passion mode of material nature, he is empowered by the Lord to generate the beautiful material manifestation. Yet, due to his being one of the numerous living entities, he is apart to forget the art of his creative energy. This forgetfulness of the living beings, beginning from Brahma down to the lowest insignificant ant, is a tendency which can be uh, counteracted by meditation on the Virat Rupa of the Lord. This chance is available in the human form of life, and if a being follows the instruction of Srimad Bhagavatam and begins to meditate upon the Virat Rupa, then revival of his pure consciousness and counteraction of the tendency to forget his internal relationship with the Lord can follow uh, simultaneously. And as soon as this forgetfulness is removed, the Vyavasya Buddhi, as mentioned here in the Bhagavad Gita 241, followed at once. This ascertained knowledge of the living beings leads to loving service to the Lord, which the loving beings requires. The kingdom of God is unlimited, therefore the number of the assisting hands of the Lord also unlimited. The Bhagavad Gita 13.14 asserts that the Lord has his hands, legs, eyes, and mouth in every nook and corner of his creation. This means that the expansions of different differentiated parts and parcels called jivas and living entities, are assisting hands of the Lord, and all of them are meant for rendering a particular pattern of service to the Lord. The conditioned souls, even in the position of a Brahma, forgets sorry, position of Brahma forgets this by the influence of the illusory material energy generated out of false egoism. One can counteract such false egoism by invoking God consciousness. Liberation means getting out of the slumber of forgetfulness and becoming situated in the real loving service of the Lord, as exemplified in the case of Brahma. The service of Brahma is the same a sample of service in liberation, distinguished from the so-called altruistic service, full of mistakes and forgetfulness. Liberation is never in inaction, but service without human mistakes. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is giving a description of the forgetfulness. Even Brahma down to the ant, everything is tend to forget. Even as soon as we wake up early in the morning, we also forget what we have done yesterday, what needs to be done tomorrow, and what needs to be done today. So these things, very few things only we can remember, not everything. So when we forget, what happens? We don't know what to do, what not to do. And Brahma, so to regain his consciousness, he meditated on the Virat Rupa form of the Lord, and then he regained. So that is revival of pure consciousness and counteraction of the tendency to forget his eternal relationship with the Lord and can follow simultaneously. And Prabhupada is mentioning how that can be achieved is the Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, Vyavasaya. That is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Ekehe Kurunandana Bahusakahi Anantasha Buddhayo Avyasayinam. And even there are many paths, but intelligent people they take only devotional service. That is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. So as mentioned in this Bhagavad Gita, so, and also Lord is everywhere. This is again stressing the same point. Mm. So सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षि शिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वं आवृत्य तिष्ठति. So once again, Prabhupada is mentioning the Lord is everywhere. One has to, he is a part and parcel of the Supreme Personality, and just he need to carry out his duties according to his constitutional position. That's all. And Lord is taking care of his body. That means entire cosmic manifestation. So just by invoking God consciousness. Otherwise, we act opposite to the Lord's instructions. So that is about this paragraph, and Prabhupada is explaining with example of Brahma. So, and then whenever Brahma has regained his consciousness, the Lord was very happy. And tam priyamanam samukhistam kavim praja visargye nityasanarahanam bhavasheshat smita sosya gira priyah priyam pritamana pares purushan. So this is just like before Chatushloki Bhagavata. He was so pleased that Brahma has meditated upon him, and then the Lord appeared to Brahma, and then um, he was given a handshake also, and he understand Brahma is the right person to do Praja Visarge Nijasasana Arhanam. He is the qualified person now. He has gone through all the austerities in the devotional service. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Likewise, Prabhupada is explaining here. Um, okay, so that is Evam Pura Dharanaya Atmayonihi Nastam Smritim Pratyavaruddhya Tustat Tata Sasajjedam Idam Amoga Drushtihi Yata Apyayat Prag Vyavasaya Buddhihi. We shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Brahmananda, January 22, 1970, Los Angeles. So can I request if any unallocated devotees today? Maybe.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna Prabhu, I can read if you want.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
My dear Brahmananda, please accept my blessing. I am letters dated January dated January 12th, 10th, and 17th, 1970, respectively, in as well as the check for $149.36. Thank you very much. Regarding the confidential letter, I may inform you that a sannyasi has no connection with his family. That is legal. So at the present status, I have no legal obligation to my family. Before taking sannyas, whatever little money I had, I have given to them. So I shall think over the matter once again and let you know. Regarding Seattle letter, I have replied the same, and the copy, as desired by you, is enclosed herewith. I have seen the selective service letter, which is very encouraging. Now, if our students strictly follow the chalked out plan, namely chanting 16 rounds daily, following the restrictive regulations, and reading at least one chapter from our books, then automatically they become ordained ministers. One might be remitted by anyone, examined by anyone outside, and he will never fail the test. So you try to see that things are exacted according to the above plan. Then they are saved materially and spiritually both. Then there was another letter from India, the World Fellowship of Religion, that I have replied daily. I am so glad that henceforward BGT will be published 50,000 per month, and very soon 100,000 per month. It is gladdening. I am so glad to know that ISKCON Press is going to make some profit, about $44,000, by doing some outside work. The one thing is still the boys require to improve. The printing must be professional, and BGT copy edition 31 is not to be the Japanese standard. This is the first attempt by the boys. As far as technical work is concerned, that can be excused, but the quality of the paper is also not to the Japanese standard. So side by side, we must keep ourselves alive, not to come down below the standard printers. Regarding opening account in Boston, is there any branch of the First National City Bank of New York? If not, then the present account of New York should be continued. Another separate account is in same Boston bank where ISKCON has got the account may be opened. In that case, you may send me the requisite papers. I want to continue the account in New York because the account is coming down since I have stepped in your country. And sometimes the bank reference given good facilities. Last time, the bank's good references resulted in my immigration visa without difficulty. Otherwise, we were struggling for it for 3 years. Regarding George's giving us money, I have also received one telegram from Shamasundar, but actually there is no money until now. I shall be glad to know if there is any news from Mr. Kian actually. Regarding the Indian complimentary copies, the following may be cancelled. Numbers 2, 4, 7, 17, 29, 33, and 37. And the following may be added. His Holiness Srimad B.A. Paramahamsa Maharaj, P.O. Udain, District Mayurabhanj, Orissa, Advocate, Supreme Court of India, Shri Varindra Kumar Ghosh, M.A. 1.1 B 572 Ekdalia Road, Calcutta 19. I am inquired whether numbers 22, 24, and 29 are regular subscribers. If not, there is no need of ending them complimentary copies, sending them complimentary. Enclosed, please find one picture of Achyutananda, which I would like for immediate publication to BG with the following caption. Shriman Achyutananda Das Brahmachari, who is now visiting Calcutta, we have got a very good friend, enthusiastic in preaching Krishna consciousness. Mr. B.K. Ghosh, M.A., LL.B. Honours. He is himself a great admirer of Chaitanya philosophy, and he is holding Sankirtana meetings every Sunday in different places of Calcutta and suburbs. The above picture was taken in a meeting where Achyutananda Brahmachari spoke nicely on Krishna consciousness philosophy under the presidency of Honorable Mr. Justice P.B. Mukherjee of the Calcutta High Court. He is sitting just on the left of Achyutananda Das Brahmachari. So gradually, a nice corner of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is growing with the prospect of headquarters at Mayapur, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. Also, I may inform you that we have found out a very nice church in a residential quarter, and we are negotiation with them, but they are asking price which is very exorbitant. We are trying to bargain, but I do not think it will come down near about $200,000. And the down payment is estimated near about $65,000. Garga Muni has said that he can secure utmost $25,000, and I shall be glad how much you can help them. Garga Muni, of course, does not like to take them from my book fund, but if need be, I will have to pay the balance. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai.
Okay, Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
So in the original, at the beginning, Srila Prabhupada was talking about what it means to be a sannyasi, so that he doesn't have any responsibilities towards anyone, and that he'd given any like Lakshmi that he had to his family. And then he's talking about the BGT and the standards that are required in different places. So you have to, like, so the Japanese, that you have to meet their standard of quality. And he was quite glad that there was an increase in the distribution of Back to Godhead magazines. He's also asking us to follow the regulative principles and to read his book, at least a chapter, and therefore we will and chant 16 rounds, and therefore we will be spiritually and materially saved. So that's really important, to follow the regs, and to obviously read at least a chapter of his book, and that way he's offering us that protection. And then he also spoke about some buying a temple, and just talked about the funds for that. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Mataji, for summarizing. Any other devotees, any other points you wanted to make it out from this letter? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So Prabhupada is trying to sort out only the family affairs as well. So just to support them in case, so that we could see that later on Prabhupada has set up some direct debits, monthly 400 rupees, something like that, to the family in later days. That is to support them, and just only it's only for fixed period. And everything else is just about the back to Godhead magazines and other administrative affairs. So that is, and also purchase of the land. So yesterday we have seen that Barindra Babu, that letter to that solicitor who is supporting our Krishna consciousness movement. That is my takeaway from this letter. That is from the Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so today evening we have got Kirtan evening at 8:30 p.m. That's all from the announcements point of view. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share.
Hare Krishna, I think we've got like Holi festivals, obviously the Holi festival's coming up. So this Sunday there is like a children Holi festival at Bhaktivedanta Manor. And also the following week, obviously there's the huge like 3 days.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji, for the updates. Now, how about the Holy Festival events? Any other updates? Okay, so if there are no further updates, we shall conclude and continue with further chapter. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां
भाई सुमिंद्र की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे जय श्री कृष्ण
कृष्ण
चैतन्य
चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद
जय श्री